The year was 1849, and on Sunday mornings, the circuit rider was on his way to a mission church in Georgetown, Texas, a church that was to become First United Methodist Church. Within the walls of this frontier sanctuary, itinerant clergy preached to a few faithful congregants until 1874, when the mission church became a station church with a full-time pastor. It was, however, Dr. Francis Asbury Mood, then president of Southwestern University, who secured the university's chapel as a weekly meeting place for 37 members. The former location of the Southwestern Chapel is known today as the site of Williams Elementary School and is where First Church members climb the stairs to the second floor to attend weekly services. The chapel was plain, the walls unplastered, and yet it was here where hope for a new church was born in hymns of praise and promise. Georgetown was a bustling, growing city in 1881 when church leaders embarked upon an ambitious two-story building program. The new edifice was to be situated on the corner near the Southwestern campus, but money ran out, and a flat-top one-story church was completed instead. Distinctive pointed windows were adorned with pastel paper made by the ladies of the church so as to simulate stained glass. And for seating, well, members purchased a family bench. First United Methodist Church worshiped at this site for 10 years until it was decided to turn this location into a Sunday school facility and build a new church across the street. Dr. R.S. Heyer, professor of physics at Southwestern University, was asked to design the new sanctuary. His vision was magnificent, framing the worship space in the shape of a Greek cross with arms equidistant in all four directions. This sanctuary, this historic building, stands today as a spiritual icon for historic Georgetown. Numerous building programs have been launched even during the Great Depression, when an educational building was planned in 1929 and completed in 1930. And in the late 80s, Atkin Hall, a multipurpose venue, was constructed. And again, in 1993, yet another renovation and expansion project was completed to accommodate the growth of the church and the growing city of Georgetown.
With a past worthy of praise, First United Methodist Church must now fulfill the promise of continued service for generations to come as well as today. We must create ministry spaces to meet the needs of a growing congregation, and those spaces must be safe, accessible, and inviting.
We are just bursting at the seams in Sunday school. We serve about 200 kids every Sunday, and we have to keep everybody in first grade and below on this level. We have about 60 more kids upstairs, and there just simply is not room. In fact, we had 23 babies born to the congregation last year, and we only have 4 beds in the nursery.
Over the past several years, our youth program here at First United Methodist Church has grown tremendously, and it has been such a blessing to be a part of such an active, growing ministry. However, on Sunday mornings alone, we are ministering to over 100 students, and on Sunday evenings, we have almost as many students. We are like a traveling road show on Sunday evenings, trying to find space that adequately meets our needs. We begin in Atkin Hall, where we have fellowship time and games, before we move to the sanctuary where we have worship, and sometimes even to the fellowship hall, where we have our program introduction before breaking into 9 small groups. What we need are facilities that would allow us to have activities, fellowship, and worship all in one location. These facilities would not only meet our needs today, but would help us with our continued growth in the future.
My husband and I have seen our family grow up in this church. Our 2 daughters were baptized here and confirmed here. 1 daughter married here. And just recently, our very first grandchild was baptized in this church. My hopes and dreams is that this congregation and this facility will be around for many generations of Georgetown children to nurture them in their journey of faith. And the addition of the new Family Life Center will offer possibilities for outreach and ministry within our own church congregation, but the community as well. A dinner theater, senior adult recreation opportunities, perhaps an after-school program or art program for children in the neighborhood. I think the possibilities are only limited by our imagination.
Imagine a sanctuary with a new slate roof and with enhanced lighting and acoustics. A chancel area restored to its original design, allowing space for our growing choirs.
I grew up in the Methodist Church and have been a member of First Church Georgetown for over 20 years. As a denomination and congregation, we have a rich tradition that welcomes those who come from far and near. With a successful campaign, we will expand our ability to welcome newcomers and reach out to our community in many special ways.
Imagine Atkin Hall with 2 stories, housing 9 additional classrooms for use by our children. A ground floor having a smaller gymnasium recreation area, a functional music room, and ample storage for years to come. Imagine a multi-purpose facility, having a large area to be used for a variety of ministries. A worship space during the time that we're displaced as we renovate and renew our sanctuary. A space to be used by church groups and community groups for a variety of ministries reaching all ages, from the oldest adult to the youngest child. The challenge is before us. This is just the first phase of a multi-phased long-range plan for our church. The 3 projects in phase 1, the construction of a new multi-purpose facility, the renovation of Atkin Hall, and the restoration of our sanctuary, have an estimated cost of $4.5 million. If this church is to remain a vital place of outreach, advocacy, and Christian conscience, I would ask you the following. First, ask yourself, what does this place mean to me? Secondly, pray for the success of this campaign and its projects, and determine what you will do in terms of a sacrificial gift to make sure this project is successful. Next, plan to join us on April the 25th as we gather at the Performing Arts Center of Georgetown High School to share an all-church celebration of praise and promise. Be prepared to join me and the members of Friends of First United Methodist Church in making your sacrificial 3-year pledge to this program of mission and ministry for the future.
In a poem there is a flower, in a sea an apple tree.
From generation to generation, this congregation's call to service has been clear. We have come from a mission church and now serve others in mission fields in Honduras, Mexico, and Bali. We heed the call of service at home to build hope and to share alms with our neighbors in need. For it is through our service that we sing God's praises, and it is in our offerings that we strive to fulfill the promise that only God alone can see.